And what gang are you actually assigned to investigate?
ATK.
What does ATK stand for?
There's various different reasons, but the reason that has been told to me was Ace's top killers.
Young and Ace is officially cooked. Should be thinking about hopping on a plane to Cuba right about now. His name just got dropped in federal court as the man who allegedly paid for Foolio's murder.
Foolio was reportedly there to celebrate his birthday. I think he was turning, 26 or 27. Police are still trying to figure out a motive for the shooting.
The feds played his songs in court, broke down his lyrics, and are actively building a case against him. We're talking about a potential murder-for-hire charge that carries life in prison. But here's the crazy part. Ace's response to all of this? We're gonna break that down at the end of this video. And trust me, you're gonna be shocked at how he's moving right now when the feds are literally circling him. Behind the Instagram posts and the tough talk, there's a federal investigation that's been building for over a year. An investigation that has testimony, evidence, and now they're using Ace's own music against him. Songs where he allegedly bragged about being behind Foolio's murder. Songs the feds are now calling confessions. Right now, Young and Ace is in one of the most dangerous positions a man can be in. He's not arrested yet, but the walls are closing in fast. And the way he's handling it, you gotta see it to believe it. Stick around until the end because we're breaking down exactly what Ace is facing, why the feds think they got him, what his options are, and most importantly, how he's reacting to the biggest threat to his freedom he's ever faced. And if you've been following my channel, you know I keep it 100. So let's get into it. Now, before we get into how Ace is responding to all this heat, let me keep it 100 with y'all about where we're at right now. Last year, one of the shooters in Foolio's murder started cooperating with the feds. He testified that Young and Ace put $10,000 on Foolio's head and told them to slide. That was the first domino. Then recently, in federal court, prosecutors played Ace's music, Who I Smoke and Game Over, and argued those songs are evidence of conspiracy to commit murder. That was the second domino. Now, law enforcement has officially named Ace as a person of interest and confirmed they're actively investigating him. That's the third domino. The feds are building a case. And when I show you how Ace is moving right now, you're gonna understand why people are saying he might be in serious trouble. Now, hold up before y'all think the feds are just reaching. Let's talk about what Ace did after Foolio died, because this is where it gets crazy. Ace dropped multiple songs that fans and now the feds believe are him admitting to being behind the murder. At the time, people thought he was just clout chasing, using Foolio's death for attention. But now those songs are looking like confessions, and the feds are treating them exactly that way. So let's break down why Young and Ace should be absolutely terrified right now, and why his response, which we'll reveal at the end, might be the worst move he could make. So, Foolio gets murdered on June 23rd, 2024. Shot multiple times in a Tampa parking lot on his 26th birthday. The whole hip-hop world is watching to see how people react. And Ace, at first, he posted that it was sad, that he didn't condone it, that he and Foolio were actually cool. Standard PR response when you know you're gonna be a suspect. But then the music started coming. In the months following Foolio's death, Young and Ace dropped multiple tracks where he made references that had everyone talking. He was throwing shots, making statements, dropping bars that sounded a lot like he was taking credit for what happened to Foolio. Now, I can't quote the exact lyrics because of copyright, but what I can tell you is what people heard. Fans interpreted these songs as Ace saying he was behind Foolio's murder, that he put the money up, that he gave the order, that he was the one who made it happen. And Ace didn't deny it. In fact, his whole energy on these tracks was basically, yeah, I did that. At the time, a lot of people thought Ace was just talking, clout chasing, using Foolio's death to get attention and streams, because that happens all the time in hip-hop. Rappers act tough after something happens to their enemy, but they had nothing to do with it. It's all for show. But here's where it gets real. The feds were listening, and they didn't think Ace was clout chasing. They thought he was confessing. See, when you're under investigation for murder for hire and you drop songs that seem to take credit for that exact murder, prosecutors love that because now they can play those songs in court and say, look, he's not even hiding it. He's bragging about it. This is a confession set to music. And that's exactly what happened in the recent court hearing. Prosecutors played Ace's music and said, this isn't entertainment. This is evidence. He's telling us he did it. But it gets even worse for Ace, because it's not just the songs after Foolio's death. It's the pattern of behavior going back years. Who I Smoke dropped in 2020, years before Foolio's murder. But in that song, Ace and his crew were already naming dead ops, celebrating their deaths, mocking their memory. Prosecutors are using that to show Ace had a history of violence against Foolio's set. Then Game Over dropped in 2023, just months before Foolio's murder. And prosecutors argued that specific references in that song show premeditation, that Ace was telegraphing what he was planning to do. That Game Over wasn't just a diss track, it was a threat that he eventually carried out. So now you got songs from 2020 showing hatred and celebration of violence, songs from 2023 showing threats and intent, songs from 2024 after the murder where Ace seemingly takes credit, plus testimony from a cooperating witness saying Ace paid $10,000 for the hit. That's a pattern, that's a timeline, that's a case. And the crazy part, Ace put all of this on the internet. Every song is on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Every Instagram post is archived. Every interview is recorded. The feds don't even need to do much investigating. Ace documented everything himself. So let's talk about why the feds are confident they can build a case against Young and Ace. Because it's not just about the songs, it's about the totality of the evidence. First, you got the cooperating witness, one of the actual shooters who was arrested for Foolio's murder. This man is facing life in prison. So what does he do? He cooperates. He tells the feds everything. And what he tells them is that Young and Ace put $10,000 on Foolio's head and gave the order to kill him. Now, defense attorneys will say that witness is lying to reduce his own sentence. And maybe that's true. But when that testimony is corroborated by other evidence, like the songs Ace made, it becomes more credible. Second, you got the music. Like we just broke down, Ace has multiple songs that prosecutors are interpreting as confessions. The feds can point to specific bars, specific references, specific threats, and say, look, he told us he was going to do it, and then he did it, and then he bragged about it. Third, you got the motive. The Jacksonville beef is well documented. Ace lost his brother in 2018. Multiple friends have been killed. The hatred between ATK and Foolio's set is deep and public. Prosecutors don't have to wonder why Ace would want Foolio dead. It's obvious. Fourth, you got the means. Ace had the money to pay for a hit. He had the connections. Multiple people arrested for the murder have ties to his circle. He had access to people who were willing and capable of carrying out the murder. Fifth, you got the opportunity. Foolio was in Tampa, away from Jacksonville. Someone knew where he was staying. Someone knew what hotel he'd be at. Someone followed him and coordinated the shooting. Prosecutors believe Ace was the one who set all that in motion. Now, here's what the feds are probably still working on: the direct evidence. They need to prove money actually changed hands. They need text messages, phone calls, financial records showing Ace paid someone to kill Foolio. Right now, they got circumstantial evidence, testimony, songs, motive. But to secure a conviction, they need that smoking gun. And that's why Ace isn't arrested yet. The feds are still building, still gathering evidence, still putting together an airtight case. Because when they finally move on someone as high profile as Young and Ace, they want to make sure they can convict. But make no mistake, they're coming. It's not if, it's when. So let's talk real about what options Young and Ace actually has right now, because none of them are good, fam. This man is in a terrible position. This is the fight it out option. Ace needs to hire the best criminal defense attorneys money can buy. We're talking specialists in federal murder for hire cases, people who've beat the feds before, people who know how to attack witness credibility, suppress evidence, and create reasonable doubt. The defense strategy would be attack the cooperating witness as a liar trying to reduce his sentence. Argue the rap lyrics are protected First Amendment speech. Show there's no direct evidence linking Ace to the murder. Prove he and Foolio were actually on good terms before the murder. Create reasonable doubt about whether the $10,000 bounty even existed. But here's the problem. Federal cases have a 95% conviction rate. When the feds indict you, they usually win. And Ace would be fighting an uphill battle with his own music being used against him. Even if he beats the case, which is possible but unlikely, he's looking at years of legal battles, millions in legal fees, and his reputation forever damaged. This is the snitch option. If Ace knows he's cooked, if the feds got him dead to rights, he could try to cooperate. Give them information about other people involved. Testify against co-conspirators. Take a plea deal for reduced time. But in hip-hop culture, that's career suicide. Even if it saves him from life in prison, he'd be branded a snitch forever. His music career would be over, his street credibility gone, and he might still do significant time even with cooperation. Plus, if Ace really is the one who orchestrated the hit, what does he even have to offer the feds? He's the top of the food chain in this case. There's nobody bigger to give up. Option 3, flee the country. This is the run option. And honestly, some people in Ace's position have done this. Leave the US before you get arrested. Go to a country with no extradition treaty. Live in exile, but stay free. Countries like Russia, China, Dubai, under certain circumstances. Some African and South American nations don't extradite to the US. Ace could theoretically flee to one of these places and avoid prosecution. But here's the reality. That's not really living. You're trapped in a foreign country. You can never come back home. Can't see family, can't tour, can't live normally. You're basically a fugitive forever. And if you slip up, go to the wrong country, get caught, you're getting extradited and facing even worse charges. Plus, running makes you look guilty. If Ace is truly innocent, why would he flee? Option 4, turn yourself in. If Ace knows the indictment is coming, some lawyers might advise turning yourself in before you get arrested. Show cooperation. Demonstrate you're not a flight risk. Start building goodwill with the judge. But that's basically admitting defeat. You're accepting that charges are coming and you can't avoid them. And once you're in custody, you're at the mercy of the system. None of these options are good. Every single one comes with massive consequences. But doing nothing, that might be the worst option of all. And we're about to show you that's exactly what Ace is doing. What Ace doesn't know. Here's what Yungeen Ace might not fully understand. The feds are coming for him. This isn't going away. This isn't a false alarm. This is real. Every day that passes, the feds are working. They're gathering more evidence. They're interviewing more witnesses. They're building a stronger case. And when they finally feel like they have enough, they're going to show up. It might be tomorrow. It might be next month. It might be 6 months from now, but it's coming. And when the feds come, it's not going to be quiet. It's going to be a scene. Multiple agents, news cameras, helicopters, Ace getting walked out in handcuffs, his mugshot all over the internet. The media circus will be insane. And then comes the reality of federal court. No bond, probably. Sitting in jail for months or years waiting for trial. Listening to prosecutors play your own music and use your own words against you. Watching your life and your freedom slip away. This is what Ace should be preparing for. Not posting casual content. Not acting like everything's normal. But getting his affairs in order. Making sure his family is taken care of. Getting the best legal team assembled. Having a plan for when, not if, the arrest comes. Because the longer Ace isn't taking this seriously, the less prepared he'll be when it happens. The bigger warning. Let's zoom out for a second because this situation is a warning to every rapper out there. Your music can and will be used against you. Every bar you write, every song you drop, every Instagram post, every interview, all of it can become evidence in a federal case. Yungeen Ace made songs celebrating violence, threatening enemies, and allegedly taking credit for murder. And now all of that is being presented in court as proof of conspiracy. If you're a rapper and you're making street music, you need to understand the feds are listening, they're watching, and they will use your art against you if they can. So you got a choice to make. Do you keep making music that could incriminate you, or do you start being more careful about what you say and how you say it? Because what's happening to Ace right now could happen to anybody. Young Thug found out, Bobby Shmurda found out, Tay K found out, and now Ace is finding out. The streets and the music industry are two different worlds. But when you bring street business into your music, you're connecting them. And when the feds get involved, they don't see a difference between the two. Ace's actual response revealed. So now, after everything we just broke down, let me tell you how Yungeen Ace is actually responding to all of this. You ready? Because this is wild. He's acting like nothing is happening. After his name got brought up in federal court, after prosecutors played his songs as evidence, after being named a person of interest in a murder-for-hire investigation, Ace posted some vague stuff on Instagram. Nothing directly addressing the case. Nothing saying I'm innocent or I got lawyers handling it or this is all lies. Just regular content, music snippets, pictures, acting like it's just another day. And that's a problem because silence or avoidance when you're being investigated for murder isn't a strategy, it's denial. Ace seems to think that if he ignores it, it'll go away. That if he doesn't acknowledge it, it's not real. That the feds are just bluffing and they'll eventually move on to someone else. But that's not how federal investigations work, bro. The feds don't investigate you publicly unless they're serious. They don't play your music in court unless they're building a case. They don't call you a person of interest and then just forget about you. Ace might think he's playing it cool, staying calm, not giving the feds any more ammunition by addressing it publicly, and maybe his lawyers told him to stay quiet, which is smart legal advice. But here's what Ace doesn't seem to understand. The feds aren't on social media checking his reaction. They're in offices building a case. They're analyzing evidence. They're interviewing witnesses. They're following money trails. And every day that passes, they get closer to having enough to arrest him. So while Ace is posting like everything's normal, like this is just more internet drama, the feds are working overtime to make sure the next post he makes is a mugshot. That's the disconnect. Ace thinks ignoring it makes it go away, but the feds don't care if he acknowledges them or not. They're coming regardless. The feds think they got him. They got witness testimony saying he paid $10,000 for the hit. They got his songs that they're treating as confessions. They got motive, means, and opportunity. They're actively investigating and building a case. His options? All terrible. Fight it and probably lose. Cooperate and become a snitch. Flee and live in exile. Turn himself in and accept his fate. And what's Ace doing? Acting like it'll all blow over. Like if he doesn't acknowledge it, it's not real. But the feds are coming. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they're coming. And when they do, Ace is gonna wish he spent less time posting on Instagram and more time preparing for the fight of his life. Because based on everything we've seen, the testimony, the songs being played in court, the active investigation, Yungeen Ace might be running out of time. Fast. What do you think? Is Yungeen Ace making a mistake by acting like nothing's happening? Should he be taking this more seriously? And do you think the feds are really about to arrest him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This situation is developing and we'll keep you updated on every move. Hit that like button if you learned something today, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update on this case.